Hi friends, it's Leithia from Farmview Creators. Let's paint this really super cute Love Pallet Door Hanger from the Rust Covered Cottage by Christina. It is a gorgeous project. It's very layered. I'm going to go in with Van Dyke Brown from Paint Couture first using my terry cloth covered sponge. I get these from Lowe's. Then I'm going to put the other very few pieces on my sticky board. I am trimming off my makeup sponge and adding Garnet mineral acrylic paint to the heart. Then I'm going to go in with Carbon on the love sign, and of course I forgot to push record, so sorry about that. I did about 2 layers of Carbon and 4 layers of the red. Now I'm going in with buttermilk and my chippy brush, and I am just streaking it down over top of the stain until I'm happy with how thick the paint is and that kind of brushed, distressed look. Cleaning out those little score lines all the way around the ticking lines. Then I'm going to mask off some of the palette because I don't want it to get that buttercream chippy on it. Just brushing over again until I get it to the consistency that I'm looking for. Then I'm going to use my micro sander and a low grit, sandpaper, and just sand that off. Once it's dry, you got to make sure it's dry first until I like what I see. And I just kept sanding until I was happy with it. You can still see the lines for where these pieces need to be put together, so that's nice. I did put a little bit of buttercream where that little cutout heart is going to show. And then I had some excess buttercream, so I decided to go around the edges of my heart and letters with that. After that dried, I am going to go over it with my Debi's DIY dark wax too. So now I'm going to go in with that dark wax around the palette and the round, and I'm using a really large, for me, stenciling brush to apply this. Applied it all around. It pulls out those ticking marks around the top round and just kind of gives it more dimension. So I'm going back around all this, and at first it looked like it was covering up all the buttercream I'd put there, but it didn't. I wiped it back and it was really pretty. I'm going to use some old retired Stampin' Up ribbon and make a messy bun. I'm going to layer it over top of a little piece of jute, just kind of cross hatching it up and then tying it up. I did put my thinner ribbon all at the top. I put a larger rusty bell and tied it off with the jute. Super, super easy. So now I'm just making sure I can see my lines. I have put my Dead Flat Topcoat on there and I am ready to go. So I'm just lining those up with that score line, making sure that the round is straight. I did have to move it a little bit, which is one of the reasons why I love art glitter glue paint, because you can kind of move things a little bit after you have sat it down with that paint on. Plus it dries clear and it doesn't make your fingers crusty. So I'm using some of the jute that Christina packs her packages with to make my door hanger. I just took my piece, halved it, twisted it, and I'm tying it off how I like it. And then I couldn't really decide how I wanted the bow. I looked at it at the top, looked at it without it, looked at it on the side, and I decided that instead of stapling it or hot gluing it on there, that I was just going to tie it in that side, so if I want to take it off later, I can. And I love how it turned out. I hope you do too. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.